All right, so today we're going to be looking at something I think we can all relate to.
Yeah.
Staying active, even when life feels like it's moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
Absolutely.
So like even thinking about exercise can feel impossible some days, right?
Totally.
We're tackling that today,
Yeah.
head on.
Love it.
We've got this guide from the Better Health channel called Physical Activity, How to Get Active When You Are Busy.
I like it.
It's really packed with tips.
Yeah.
So you can think of it as your cheat sheet
Okay.
for how to fit in fitness,
I love that.
no matter how packed your schedule is. You know, I think this guide is really practical
Yeah.
because it acknowledges that it's
Yeah,
hard to
totally.
fit in exercise with our busy lives.
Yeah. It's not about guilt tripping anyone. It's just about trying to find ways to make it work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I thought was really interesting about this guide is it goes beyond just like the typical benefits of exercise.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, we all know it's good for your butt.
You got it.
It can help manage your weight. But this guide,
Yeah.
it actually highlights some things
Okay.
that I wasn't really expecting.
All right. Like what?
Well, it talks about how physical activity can actually
Okay.
rewire your brain
Interesting.
to help you focus better
Okay.
and to improve your memory.
Wow.
So it's kind of like,
So it makes you smarter?
yeah.
Yeah.
Does exercise actually make you smarter?
It increases your BDNF.
Okay.
Which is a protein.
Mm.
And then this protein BDNF, it acts like fertilizer for your brain cells.
Interesting.
So more BDNF basically means a sharper mind,
Oh, yeah.
improved cognitive function. And it can even give you a more positive outlook.
So like a mental tune-up.
Exactly, like a mental tune-up.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I'm already starting to rethink my
Yeah.
usual I'm too busy excuse. Speaking of which,
Okay.
this guide totally debunks that no time myth, right?
Absolutely. It really shifts the focus
Yeah.
from like finding these huge chunks of time
Yeah.
to just weaving in activity into your existing routine.
Okay.
So it's more about making movement a habit,
Right.
not an obligation.
I love that.
Yeah.
So instead of
Yeah.
stressing about trying to find time for like a full workout,
Right.
you can just add little bursts of activity throughout the day.
Yeah. And those small changes,
Yeah.
that really can add up.
So it's like the compound interest.
Exactly.
Like
The compound interest of fitness. I love that.
small, consistent actions
You got it.
can lead to those big benefits
These huge benefits long term.
in the long run.
Yep.
This guide actually gives some like
Yeah.
clever examples, I thought.
Like what?
Like doing wall push-ups while you wait for your coffee to brew in the morning.
Oh, I like that one.
I actually tried that this morning.
Did you really?
Multitasking at its finest.
There you go.
It's not just about like squeezing in those random exercises though, right?
No, it's not. It's about how to make everyday activities
Okay.
more active.
Right.
So think about things like taking the stairs instead of the elevator,
Yeah.
or turning those phone calls into like mini leg workouts.
You know, I've actually been trying to walk more
Okay.
like throughout the day.
Yeah.
I've started parking further away
Okay.
from the store entrance
Yeah.
and just like taking the stairs
Good.
whenever possible.
Awesome.
I never really thought about it as like exercise before,
But it gets your heart rate up.
it does.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of this approach,
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
It's not about forcing yourself
Yeah.
into some like
Rigid routine.
exactly.
Like a cookie cutter plan.
It's about finding ways to move your body
Yeah.
that actually feel good
You got it.
and that just fit into your life.
Seamlessly. Yeah.
So what about people who like just aren't gym people? Does this guide have solutions for them?
Definitely.
Okay.
It really emphasizes finding activities that you genuinely enjoy, whether that's dancing or gardening or hiking or swimming,
Right.
or even just playing with your kids.
Okay.
The key is to like cultivate this intrinsic motivation to move.
I like that.
It shouldn't feel like a chore.
Right. It should be fun.
Exactly.
It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah.
Not trying to fit into some like predefined.
Mold.
Yeah.
I love that.
So this guide has tips for like specific lifestyles too. Like
God.
busy parents.
Yes.
Or people with desk jobs.
Absolutely.
So it talks about how busy parents can
Yeah.
turn family outings
Yes.
into active adventures.
I love that.
So like a weekend hike becomes a family tradition or,
Yeah. Yeah.
playing tag in the park
Totally.
turns into a little workout.
I love it.
That's such a fun way to get everyone moving.
Yeah.
What about all of us who are like
Okay.
glued to our desks all day.
Right, right. Well, the guide talks about
Yeah.
strategies for combating that workplace inactivity. So, like,
Okay.
the standing desk solution,
Mhm.
which can really increase your energy expenditure
Right.
throughout the day.
Yeah.
And of course, there's always walking meetings,
Mhm.
taking the stairs,
Love it.
whenever possible.
Yep.
It's just about finding those little opportunities to move
Mhm.
throughout your workday.
Okay, now I want to play devil's advocate for a minute.
All right.
I'm going to throw out some common excuses.
Okay.
I know we both know these are just roadblocks.
Yeah.
But, okay, here's a classic.
Right.
I'm just so exhausted after work.
Yeah.
The couch is calling my name.
I get it, believe me.
Yeah.
I get it. But here's the thing.
Okay.
Even a short walk can actually energize you.
Really?
It gets your blood flowing.
Cool.
It releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals, and it helps to clear your mind.
Right.
You might even find that you sleep better
Oh.
after a little evening activity.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But what about this one?
Okay.
I'm just not a gym person.
Oh, yeah.
Some people just find gyms boring or intimidating.
Totally understandable. And remember, physical activity doesn't have to mean hitting the gym.
Okay.
Think about activities you genuinely enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
What gets you moving?
Yeah.
Do you love dancing,
Right.
gardening,
Okay.
hiking, swimming, even just playing with your kids or pets? Can be a great workout.
I think that's such a good point.
Yeah.
It's not about forcing yourself
Exactly.
to do something you hate.
Exactly.
It's about finding that movement that brings you joy,
Yeah.
that fits into your life.
And remember,
Yeah.
even on days when you can't squeeze in
Okay.
a full workout,
Yeah.
those micro movements we talked about earlier
Right.
can still make a difference.
Got it.
It all adds up.
All right. I've got another excuse.
Hit me.
I think this is like
Okay.
the most common one.
Right.
I'm just too busy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
barely have time to sleep,
I hear you.
let alone exercise.
I hear you. But that's where those micro movements come in.
Right.
Remember, it's not about finding an extra hour in your day.
Yeah.
It's about incorporating movement
Yeah.
into the time you already have.
Mm-hmm.
So those wall push-ups while you wait for the kettle to boil,
Right.
they count, those extra steps you take.
Okay.
By parking further away from the store.
Yeah.
They count too.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're really making me rethink
Good.
my whole approach to fitness.
I love to hear that.
Maybe I've been making it too complicated.
Well, I think if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
it's not about perfection. It's about making gradual, sustainable changes.
Right.
And the great thing is, yeah,
Even small steps can lead to big results over time.
you know what I'm feeling?
Yeah.
More empowered to make those small changes.
I love that.
I used to think I had to commit
Yeah.
to these grand workout plans, which always just felt so overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be really daunting.
But this guide is making me realize that fitness can be more organic,
Totally.
more like integrated into my life.
Absolutely.
I don't have to like carve out this
Yeah, you don't have to.
big chunk of time.
Yeah.
And, it's important to remember
Yeah.
that consistency is key.
You got it.
It's about finding what works for you
Yeah,
and sticking with it,
absolutely.
even when you don't feel like it.
You got it.
Okay, I think this is the last excuse.
Okay.
And I think this one might resonate with a lot of people.
Right.
I just don't have the motivation
Oh, yeah.
to exercise.
The motivation piece.
I'd rather do pretty much anything else.
Motivation can be so fickle.
Yeah.
It comes and goes.
Yeah, totally. But one of the best ways to cultivate it is to focus on the immediate rewards of movement. So instead of fixating on like some distant goal,
Right.
like weight loss or running a marathon,
Yeah.
pay attention to how you feel during and after
Okay.
a brisk walk or a quick workout. Do you notice a boost in your energy?
You know what? I actually do.
Right.
I feel more alert.
Yeah.
I feel more focused
Yeah,
after I move my body, even if it's just for a few minutes.
Exactly.
I never really thought about it that way. I've been so focused on the end goal that I've been missing out
Right.
on like how it makes me feel.
Those immediate benefits.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
And those positive feelings
Yeah.
can become powerful motivators.
Right.
It's like this positive feedback loop.
Okay.
The more you move
Mm-hmm.
and experience those rewards,
Yeah.
the more motivated you'll be to keep going.
Okay, so what does all of this mean
All right.
for our listeners?
Yeah.
What's like the takeaway
Yeah. What's the key takeaway?
from our deep dive
Yeah.
into staying active
Okay.
when life gets crazy?
The bottom line is that it is possible
Okay.
to prioritize your health and well-being, even amidst a hectic schedule.
So it really is about shifting your perspective, getting creative, finding those ways to make movement just a natural part of your day.
Totally.
And ditching that all-or-nothing mentality.
Yes.
Right?
It's so important.
We're not aiming for perfection.
Right.
We're just trying to make small, consistent changes.
You got it.
That add up over time.
Absolutely. And celebrating those small victories along the way.
Totally.
Every step you take, every stretch you do, every minute you spend moving your body is a win.
Yeah.
Give yourself credit for those wins.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
I'm feeling really inspired.
Awesome.
To ditch the excuses.
Good.
And embrace a more active lifestyle.
I love that.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
What about you, listener?
Yeah.
Are you feeling the same way?
Are you feeling inspired?
We hope so.
We've given you a ton of practical tips and strategies to get you started.
Yep.
Now it's your turn to take action.
So here's a question for you to ponder.
Okay.
What's one small change you can commit to this week?
This week.
To add more movement to your day.
Love it.
Could be taking the stairs instead of the elevator.
Yeah.
Or incorporating a few stretches into your morning routine. Or parking further away from the store.
I like it.
Doesn't have to be a huge change.
It doesn't have to be a huge overhaul.
Start small.
Be consistent.
Yeah.
And watch those healthy habits blossom.
And remember, staying active doesn't have to be a chore.
It shouldn't be.
It can be fun.
It can be.
It can be a way to connect with your family, explore your community.
Absolutely.
Maybe even discover a new passion.
I love that.
It's about finding that joy in movement and making it a part of your life.
Yeah, making it sustainable.
As we wrap up this deep dive,
I
want to leave you with one final thought-provoking question.
All right.
How can you make staying active a more enjoyable and integral part of your daily routine?
It's a great question.
No matter how busy you are, there's always a way to prioritize your health and well-being.
Always a way.
And remember, you're not alone in this journey.
You're not alone.
We're all in this together.
We are.
We're cheering you on.
Every step of the way.
Every step of the way.
You got this.
And hey, if you find yourself slipping back into those old habits,
it happens.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yeah.
We all have those days.
Yes, absolutely.
Just dust yourself off and get back to it.
Right, back to it.
Progress, not perfection.
Exactly.
Is the key.
Progress, not perfection. I love that.
All right, folks. That's a wrap on our deep dive.
Okay.
Into staying active, even when life feels like a whirlwind.
Awesome.
We hope you found this informative, inspiring,
hopefully,
and maybe even a little bit life-changing.
We hope so. And, you know, if we connect this to the bigger picture, it's not about perfection.
Okay.
It's about making gradual, sustainable changes.
Right.
And the great thing is, even small steps can lead to big results over time.
You know what? I am feeling more empowered to make those small changes.
I love that.
I used to think I had to commit to these grand workout plans, which always just felt so overwhelming.
It can be really daunting.
But this guide is making me realize that fitness can be more organic.
Totally.
More like integrated into my life.
Absolutely.
We don't have to like carve out this
you don't have
big chunk of time.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's important to remember that consistency is key.
You got it.
It's about finding what works for you.
Yeah.
And sticking with it.
Absolutely.
Even when you don't feel like it.
You got it.
Okay. I think this is the last excuse.
Okay.
And I think this one might resonate with a lot of people.
Ever.
I just don't have the motivation to exercise.
The motivation piece.
I'd rather do pretty much anything else.
Motivation can be so fickle. It comes and goes.
Probably.
But one of the best ways to cultivate it is to focus on the immediate rewards of movement.
Okay.
So instead of fixating on like some distant goal, like weight loss or running a marathon, pay attention to how you feel during and after.
Okay.
A brisk walk or a quick workout. You know, do you notice a boost in your energy?
You know what? I actually do.
Right.
I feel more alert. I feel more focused after I move my body. Even if it's just for a few minutes. I never really thought about it that way.
Yeah.
I've been so focused on the end goal that I've been missing out on like how it makes me feel.
Those immediate benefits.
Yeah.
Totally. And those positive feelings can become powerful motivators.
Right.
It's like this positive feedback loop.
Okay.
The more you move and experience those rewards, the more motivated you'll be to keep going. So we've given you kind of like the roadmap, but now it's your turn to actually take the wheel.
I like that.
You know, experiment with these tips. Find what works for you.
Yeah.
And celebrate those small victories along the way.
Definitely.
And if you stumble,
you
know, don't get discouraged.
Right.
Just pick yourself up and keep moving forward.
It happens to all of us.
We all have those days where the motivation dips. The important thing is to just keep that long-term vision in mind. And remember why you started this journey in the first place.
It's not a race.
Exactly.
It's a journey.
It's not a race.
There's no finish line when it comes to health and well-being.
Absolutely.
You know, it's an ongoing process of exploration and discovery.
I love that. And the more you explore, the more you're going to discover about yourself and what really motivates you to move your body.
So what does that look like?
Well, it might be that feeling of accomplishment after a challenging hike, or the joy of dancing with friends, or simply the peace of mind that comes from a quiet walk in nature.
You know, if you found this deep dive helpful, maybe share it with a friend or family member.
Spread the knowledge.
Who might need a little boost of inspiration.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
Yeah, we are.
And sometimes a little encouragement from someone we care about can make all the difference.
Absolutely. And remember, you can always revisit this episode.
You got it.
Whenever you need a reminder.
Yeah.
That staying active doesn't have to be a chore.
Exactly.
It can be fun.
It can be fun.
It can be empowering.
It can.
And it's really just a celebration of what your body can do.
I love that.
All right, folks. That wraps up our deep dive into staying active, even when life feels like a whirlwind.
Awesome.
We hope you feel equipped with practical strategies.
Yeah, lots of tips.
And a renewed sense of possibility.
Absolutely.
Remember, even small changes can lead to big results over time.
Big results.
So keep experimenting.
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
And most importantly, keep enjoying the journey.
Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you next time.